and welcome once again to Advice on the Go with your favorite lady, Jane Vanessa Willie. I've been talking about decisions for a couple of days now, and I'm taking it up a notch. The last video I made, I talked about submission and why, when you trust the quality of your partner's decision making process, which is value driven, should be value driven, then it will be easier for you to be able to submit to one to another. Now today I want to focus on the very popular topic on submission. There's been a lot of conceptions about submission and why does a woman have to do this and do that and do that. So today I want to unveil something to you that is not as popular as the subject of submission. It feels like everything around us is consistently trying to make a woman feel inadequate. The third wave feminist movement, implying that we don't need men, or that men are hopeless, and a woman can be what a man can do, a woman can do, and all whatnot, right? Let me quickly just say this. Biblically speaking, because that is my base, I'm a Christian. Now, we know that a woman is the helpmeet for a man, right? So what that means is that the woman is the helper of her husband, not the man. Now, let me rephrase that, because you're not meant to be a helpmeet to every man. So a wife is supposed to be a helpmeet to her husband. What that means is that anytime the husband meets her, he needs help psychologically, financially, intellectually, and otherwise. What this means is that for you to be able to help somebody, you need to be able to have much more than the person that you're trying to help needs. So for example, if I needed 10K and I come to you to say, please give me 10K, it means that I don't have 10K. For you to be able to help me, you need to have more than 10K to be able to give me 10K and to still have. That's who a woman is. God built a woman to he put in much more in a woman than he did in a man. And that's why he said the man needed help. The help that the man needed, the helper is definitely higher than the helped, right? But to be able to make sure that the woman does not become proud, because absolute power, they say, corrupts absolutely. He required that the woman is accountable. The wife is accountable to her husband. That is where the concept of submission comes, because the woman, if she is not checked, will become proud, and God resists the proud, right? That's why he puts the man above her, not necessarily because the man is better than her or the woman cannot lead herself, but because in marriage the hierarchy that is required is that the husband takes the lead while the wife follows. Now, a man who understands the essence of the woman in his life is not going to try to subjugate the woman, but will know that every time I need help, this is the person I need to run to, who happens to be my helper, right? A lot of men are doing things on their own without help and all of that, and they're crying to God, help me, help me. And God is saying, I gave you a help. But you see, the level of freedom you give to that help, the grooming you give to this help that God has given you, how much of this woman that you are allowed to blossom and bore will determine the quality of help that you are going to receive. If you subjugate her, make her an illiterate, make her an unproductive, the quality of help that you're going to receive is definitely going to be unproductive. Do you understand? So if you help her excel, help her build, help her become, because you're counting on her to be able to help you when that help comes, you'll be getting a Harvard level of help, if you understand. If you make your help meet a secondary school level helper, that is the quality of help you're going to be receiving every time that you're in need of help. So this concept of men and women are equal. Yes, men and women are equal. They are equal in their humanity. But when it comes to marriage, they are equal as humans, but in their functions, because of order in marriage, men and women, husband and wife, are not equal. They are more like president and vice president, right? So understand this. I'm seeing a lot happening with our children, and the funny thing is that whenever the leaders in the home the president and the vice president are at loggerheads or are misplaced their positions and functions, the nation suffers. Who are the citizens of this nation? Your children. Your children suffer. The decadence in the society is as a result of nations that are dysfunctional. A lot of homes are dysfunctional because everyone is trying to be everything that isn't what God has designed for them to be. Husbands should know their place. Wives should know their place. Bring in what you have been given. As a woman, don't allow anybody make you feel like a second-class citizen, because you're not. You're not. God has put in so much in you. Asking you to submit is not a way of putting you under. Actually, submission is power under control. I mean, that's amazing. Power under control. That's pretty much how I define submission. I can do this on my own, but I chose to allow you do it for the both of us. Do you understand? It doesn't make you weak, actually makes you wise. And if you can understand this, a lot of things will go very well in your marriage and even in your relationships. Okay, so I just wanted to drop this here to let you know that your feminism may work in your workplace where you're contending for something, but when you come to marriage, you're not contending or competing for anything. You are team players. You are leaders building a nation. Your children are the board members. They are the citizens of your nation. And how you choose to rule or govern your nation will determine the outcome of the citizens of that nation. Nigeria is suffering a lot as a result of having bad leadership for the longest, right? Nations that are prospering is also a reflection of the quality of leadership that they have. So I encourage you as a husband, as a wife, to apply yourself to see your family as a nation and give it the attention, the development, the investment, and the quality of leadership that it needs. And everything starts with a decision. I hope this video was helpful. Until I come your way next time, I'm still your favorite lady. Keep loving, keep living, keep enjoying. Hasta la vista.